Hi, Shaunna Hilder here from Vancouver. This is the Matrix 2020, the online piping and drumming competition, as put together by Brian Spears and his team from the Burnst Island and District Pipe Band in Scotland. This is in response to the COVID-19 worldwide pandemic, and we have had so many cancellations and postponements of our regular piping and drumming activities that it's come at a really terrific time to keep the kids rolling along in their learning. And we want to thank Brian for putting this together. I was very happy to have been invited to be part of the adjudication team for this. And this is the second event that I've adjudicated this week. So today I had the privilege of judging the 13 to 15-year-olds, and this is for their 2-4 march. Couple of things I just wanted to take a minute and mention with regards to this event. There were 34 players and it took a while to get through. Some were more experienced than others, and it was a really nice variety of different ability levels. Overall, in the 2-4 march, one of the main goals we want to really strive to all these youngsters is to keep the pace rolling along as smoothly as possible all the way through the tune, even in the spots where the technique is demanding. And we're finding sometimes that there's a little bit of a dip in the rolling along aspect. So where these spots are challenging and demanding, it might be helpful to identify the offbeat note and maybe make a notation on your music for that, just as a landing spot as you roll through there within those challenging bars. And just a side note to that, the tempos really need to be maintained even in these tough spots. Some of the tempos overall today were a little bit brisk, even beyond being spirited, I would say. So this may be due to some players playing band music versus solo music. So just that may be a contributing factor. So keep that in mind. We don't want to be too quick on the solo boards. And some of the band tempos may not be appropriate. The finger work overall was really coming along nicely. At this age, when you're 13 to 15, it's a good idea to put some emphasis on building top hand and bottom hand strength equally. So no matter what technical bit of music you're trying to play, no matter what notes you're coming from, say your E doubling is always going to present the same way versus if you're coming from a bottom hand note or a top hand note. So no matter what note precedes it, you're having good fluidity and strength, bottom hand and top hand equally. A couple of notations just to keep in mind. I found that there were 3 embellishments that overall I found were quite tight. E doublings, sometimes those grace notes can be overlapping, so keep that in mind when you're playing your E doublings, just to make sure that those are lining up nicely side by side, those grace notes. Burls, consider your sweep speed. We want to make sure we're not going too quick through the burl on the solo platform. We want to have a nice little bit of texture with that burl. So just allow that to happen by perhaps slowing down the speed of your sweep. High A doublings, often the forgotten doubling. You know, we work hard on getting clarity on C's and D's and B doublings, but the high A doubling is also very nice to have some texture on that. So not too tight through there, just kind of keep an awareness on it and let it just be nicely as part of the melodic sound. Okay, one last thought here is when you're 13 to 15, it's now time for you to really get to know your drones. Yep. So we may be in isolation here for a while. It may be several months before you're back to normal with having your regular in-person lessons with your tutor. So now is the time for you to get to the bottom of it. the drones really need to be part of your daily practicing situation. So let's take your chanter out of the equation for a minute, put a cork in, and let's get to know what's happening with your drones better than what you know now. Let's tune the two tenors together. Are they the same on the tuning pin? Is one wildly out of balance in terms of volume? Are you finding that they are not striking in right? If so, make an adjustment. Open up and just make an adjustment. Let's not wait for you to get back to your normal instructor to get this sorted out for you. Let's take a responsible approach and get to learn how to do it. Add your bass into that equation, and then give all your drones a test where you're giving massive pressure with your blowing and your squeezing at the same time, and your drone should pop off. If you're finding one of them is not turning off with the others, it's time to make an adjustment. So let's just get it done. When I was your age, at age 13 to 15, piping was my main thing. I did it every day. I worked hard at it all the time. And this is a time where you can really make that decision to perhaps switch lanes and really make your piping a big focus of your time right now. And getting to know your pipes and your drones, get happy with them. And having your drones just working is not enough anymore. You're not a little youngster. You're now in this age of 13 to 15. And it's time to take a responsible approach on it and make it better all the time. Always work on your drone sound. Spend some time with the cork in that chanter stock and really listen. You'll develop your ear, you'll develop your tuning skills, and at least your pipes, your drones will be in tune with one another. They may not be perfect with your chanter, but you can work on getting that harmonic as time goes by. So get to know your drones. This is the time, and no better time than right now. Okay, so with that in mind, let's get to the results of the 13 to 15s of the 2-4 March. So in 6th place is Logie Johnson. Well done, Logie. 5th place was Archie McNabb. Well done, Archie. Christopher McCartan was 4th. Well done, Christopher. 3rd place, Lewis Maxwell. Well done, Lewis. 2nd place, Gregor Greason. Well done, Gregor. And the winner of the 13 to 15-year-old 2-4 March competition for the Matrix 2020 is Finlay Peden. Well done, Finlay. So in a conclusion here, just a really big thank you once again to Brian Spears. Just a terrific job he's done in putting this together for everybody. And I just want to really encourage all the youngsters here to really go and get it, because you're at the age now where it is time to really make a move. And it's an incredible journey. Piping is a lifelong learning, and you have so many amazing friends throughout the world, and go and get it. It's there for you to get. So all the best, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.